Only 5% of seniors over 80 can do this. 5 life-saving mobility tests you must try. What if I told you that only 5% of seniors over 80 can still perform these 5 basic tasks? And those 5 tasks can predict whether you'll stay independent or gradually lose your freedom without even realizing it. Every day, millions of people over 60 wake up thinking, "I'm doing fine." But deep inside, their strength, balance, and brain-body connection are fading quietly and permanently. The scary part? Most won't realize it until it's already too late. Here's the truth most doctors won't tell you. These abilities don't vanish overnight, and if you act early, you can bring them back. I've been fortunate to work with health professionals who've supported everyone from the newly retired to the frail elderly. And one thing is clear, decline is part of life, but dependency doesn't have to be. Instead of reacting every time health breaks down, I've learned how to proactively build resilience. Just by mastering 5 simple ways to test and train independence daily, everything changed. In this video, you'll discover 5 quick assessments that can reveal how you're really aging. Just like Norman, 82, who went from nearly falling every day to balancing on one leg with confidence. But if you wait, these abilities can disappear faster than you think. Let's begin. Test 1. Single leg stand. What Americans know about health that we don't. In the US, there's one simple test that geriatric doctors use to predict a person's overall health and even life expectancy. It's this: standing on one leg for 30 seconds. You may have heard of it before. Maybe you skimmed past it in an article. But do you truly understand why this simple act so deeply with your brain, muscles, nervous system, and even longevity? Let's start with a real case. Sylvia, 78. One morning, while putting on her socks, she realized she couldn't stand on one leg without holding on to something. It seemed like a tiny detail, but it was the moment she realized she was quietly losing control of her body. Studies in the US show that only 5% of people over 80 can stand on one leg for 30 seconds. And it's not just about balance, it's an early warning sign of declining brain function, nervous system performance, inner ear stability, and muscle health. If standing on one leg is a signal, then what exactly is it predicting? Loss of balance equals loss of control over life. Falls are the #1 cause of injury-related death in seniors. But behind every fall is a quiet cascade. Your nervous system loses coordination, your brain reacts slower, your muscles weaken, and your inner confidence slips away. But here's the hope. You can start with just 5 seconds. No one begins with 30. Stand near a wall, lift 1 foot an inch off the ground. If you can only hold it for a few seconds, that's not failure. That's your wake-up call. Think of Norman, 82. He started at 3 seconds, but after 3 months of simple daily practice, he stood confidently for 45 seconds. More importantly, he felt alive again. A physical test, but a deeply emotional truth. You've seen it before, someone with a healthy body, yet trapped by the thought, "I'm too old. I can't do that anymore." That thought is the real barrier. Many people don't know that they're declining until their body forces them to notice. Don't wait for a fall to wake you up. Let it begin with one morning, one quiet test. When you stand on one leg and realize you're taking your life back, because health isn't something you react to, it's something you maintain. Now ask yourself, where is your body on this journey of life? If the single leg test reveals your balance, the next test will show you your motivation, independence, and even your dignity through one simple movement. Test 2, the Chair Rise Challenge. Let's meet Ruby, 75. She loved her quiet mornings, a warm cup of coffee, slow moments, and the gentle pace of retirement. But one morning, as she finished her drink, she realized she needed to push off the armrest to stand up. "Maybe I'm just getting a little weaker," she thought. What she didn't realize was that her body was quietly saying, "Ruby, we're starting to lose our independence." It's not just about strength, it's about dignity. It may seem small, but standing up without using your hands is a test of your core, leg power, balance, and the coordination between brain, nerves, and muscles. Studies show that only 5% of people over 80 can rise from a chair 10 times in 30 seconds without using their arms. This ability is closely linked to longevity, hospital risk, and the ability to live independently as we age. The body declines without telling us. After 60, we lose 3 to 8% of our muscle mass each year unless we train. And when your legs weaken, so does your freedom. Stairs become harder, walking gets tiring, even using the bathroom unaided becomes a challenge. Most of us know when we're tired, few realize when we're losing muscle. That's when you need to expand your awareness to know what you didn't know you didn't know. Take action now, the 30-second chair test. Sit upright in a sturdy chair. Cross your arms over your chest. Set a 30-second timer. Stand up and sit down as many times as you can without using your hands. Can you reach 10? If not, that's not failure. That's your starting point. Begin with 5 reps, 3 sets a day. Move slowly with control. Your legs are your retirement savings. Every time you rise, you're lifting not just your body, but your confidence and autonomy for the years ahead. You can't control aging, but you can control how you age. Test 3, the backward walking test. Have you ever stepped backward and suddenly lost your balance? Dolores, 72, was having a perfectly normal morning. She simply stepped back from her kitchen counter and almost fell. That moment, she realized something quietly terrifying. She couldn't walk backwards safely anymore. It seemed like a small thing, but it opened a new realm of awareness, one she had never considered before. The knowledge gap principle in real life. Dolores didn't know that she didn't know that walking backwards is a vital skill for everyday life until her body gave her the answer. Walking backwards isn't just physical, it's neurological. Fewer than 5% of people over 80 can walk 20 steps backward without stumbling. Why? Because this test activates multiple systems at once. Inner ear for balance, brain for spatial processing, muscles for speed and direction control, reflex nerves for instant response. If even one of these is slow or weak, one wrong step can mean injury, and with it, your freedom of movement disappears. Wise people don't just move forward, they know when and how to step back. Life demands retreat sometimes. Step back from danger, step aside for a loved one, step away to observe clearly. But if your brain hesitates and your body can't keep up, that step back may become a fall physically or metaphorically. Walking backward isn't just about strength. It's about control, confidence, and how you respond when life pushes you to retreat. Now try it. The 10-step backward challenge. Choose a flat, safe area. Have someone watch. No walls, no grabbing for support. Can you take 10 straight steps backward without wobbling? If not, start with 3, next to a wall, then work your way to 5, 10, and eventually 20. Every step you reclaim is a step toward natural self-defense and deeper self-belief. Are you ready to move forward again? 3 tests, 3 truths. Standing on one leg, are you still in control of yourself? Rising from a chair, do you still move with purpose and dignity? Walking backward, when life forces you to step back, can you stay calm, balanced, and in charge? You don't need to master them all today, but you do need to start. Start by knowing where you stand, and then train to move forward again, with a calm spirit, a responsive body, and a life worth living. Test 4, timed up and go, tug. Mildred, 80, was at her regular health checkup. During the visit, her doctor asked her to do something seemingly simple. Stand up from a chair, walk across the room, turn around, walk back, and sit down. It took her over a minute. That moment changed everything. It wasn't just slowness, it was a warning. Multiple systems inside her body were declining, and she had no idea. This is the timed up and go test, or TUG. A simple, clinically proven way to assess fall risk, mobility, and independence in older adults. What does the TUG really measure? Leg strength, to stand up quickly and with control. Coordination between brain, body, and spatial reflexes. Balance, especially during the turn. Speed and self-control, showing how agile you really are. Here's the benchmark. Under 10 seconds, excellent. 10 to 12 seconds, normal. Over 20 seconds, high fall risk and potential need for support. For Mildred, 60+ seconds was far too long. But she's not alone. Many adults don't realize they've lost basic reflexes until a real-life challenge exposes it, or worse, until an accident forces them to face it. This is your opportunity to shift from not knowing you don't know to knowing exactly what you need to work on. Try it now. Sit in a sturdy chair, back straight, feet flat. Ask a friend or family member to time you. Stand up, walk 3 meters about 10 feet, turn, return, and sit. Check your time. Where do you stand? If it's over 20 seconds, don't panic. Just act. Practice sit to stand daily. Work on straight walking, controlled turning, pace adjustment. Gradually combine into the full tug sequence. Every move sends a message to your body. I'm taking control again. Movement doesn't just build strength, it builds confidence. And confidence is the foundation of a life that's independent, intentional, and deeply fulfilling at any age. After 4 tests, you now know more than just your physical condition. You're on a journey of self-awareness. Physical limits aren't stop signs, they're signals that it's time to evolve. Test 5, the eyes closed balance test. Vernon, 74, always believed he was in good shape, until one morning, while brushing his teeth, he tried balancing with his eyes closed and nearly fell. A small action, but a loud wake-up call. Balancing with your eyes closed tests your inner spatial awareness system, something we often ignore until we're in the dark. Less than 5% of adults over 80 can stand on one leg with eyes closed for 5 seconds. And this ties directly to real-life scenarios: walking at night, getting up in the dark, avoiding obstacles. When your vision is limited, your brain no longer relies on your eyes. Instead, your inner ear, body awareness, and spatial reflexes must take over. If those systems are weak, your risk of nighttime falls skyrockets, and those are the most dangerous. Try it now. Stand near a wall or with someone nearby. Close your eyes, lift 1 foot, count. Can you hold it for even 3 seconds? If not, don't panic. Train it gradually. Start with eyes open on a flat surface. Once stable, progress to soft floors, foam pads, then short intervals with eyes closed. Bit by bit, you'll rebuild balance in darkness and in life. Success path, from struggle to strength. Let me tell you about Pauline, 83. 2 years ago, she failed all 5 tests. She couldn't balance, couldn't rise from a chair unaided, and she'd lost all confidence to walk alone. Her family had started looking into assisted care, but Pauline didn't give up. Instead, she dedicated just 15 minutes a day to training each test gently, consistently, without skipping. After 1 month, she could balance longer. At 3 months, she could walk backwards unaided, and at 6 months, she passed all 5. Last year, she took a solo trip to Europe. Today, Pauline moves with the agility and presence of someone 20 years younger because she chose to act before it was too late. And so can you. You don't need perfect health, you need daily effort. Pick one test, practice it, track your time, set a 30-day goal, then beat it. Because what steals independence isn't aging, it's the belief that change is no longer possible. One decision away. These 5 tests aren't about fitness, they're about freedom. They help you reclaim control, avoid silent decline, and protect your dignity. If you can do all 5, you're among the strongest, most self-reliant 5% of seniors alive today. If not, today is the perfect place to begin. Try each test. Write down your results. Mark today as your starting line. Then come back in 30 days and see how far you've come. You don't have to do it all at once. You just have to start. And if something in this video surprised you, share it. Don't keep it to yourself. Let your story spark someone else's transformation. Want to understand what really separates those who fade from those who thrive? Watch next. Dancing at 92, collapsed alone at 73. Your future is not yet written, but your independence, that's yours to choose with a decision today. Just one test, one action, one belief. There's still so much life left to live.